So this morning I'm with Carl Hutchings. I'm really delighted to be with Carl. Carl, you're like you're fairly organised. I can see the calendar behind you. One of the key dates is March for you, early March. That's a skiing trip. Of course, I've got some key dates myself coming up. I've got my property development summit in the next, I think it's 5 days to go. So I'm off Facebook Live at the moment because my phone has taken a siesta. Um, so that's a polite way of saying my phone is not functioning at the moment. So off Facebook Live, might be able to do it through my laptop. Carl, you've been to my events before. You've co-hosted, you've chaired the panels. I know you were at the Crown Plaza, Battersea, where the helipad was. How was that event for you? That was partly a panel as well. And the likes of Nicole Bremner were on that panel that particular evening. I'm delighted to say that Nicole will be back on the panel in about 4 or 5 days' time, depending when you're listening to this video, of course. So the event I'm referring to is Saturday the 27th of, is it the 27th? 28th. Saturday the 28th of this month. It's the one-day
28th. Then that's
property
right.
development summit. So you've met Nicole. I think you've met the likes of Paul Higgs as well. Paul's presenting that particular day. So what's your experiences of being at my event and also hearing the likes of Nicole?
Um, I mean, the events are fantastic, Brendan. I think, the amount of experience and the quality of investors and developers that you have in the room certainly sets apart your meetings and network events than any other I get to get around. I go to try and get out as much as possible, as much as the office will allow me out and my projects. But certainly when I do, visiting your events is always top of my list, just because of the quality of the people that are in the room.
Carl, I really appreciate that. You've got an event coming up yourself, a skiing event. I suppose event's the wrong word, but it is an event of some sort.
Yeah.
It's in March, early March. Do you want to explain a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I think the whole process for me about property, about wealth, about creating wealth through property is I learned a long time ago that network equals net worth. And who you network with, who you out with, is one of the most important things, certainly in building a business, in property, from my experience. So what I like to do is enjoy while working and whilst and meeting new people. So this year, what I've decided to do, normally what I do every year is take away some of my key workers who work with me and my partners and people like solicitors and stuff like that. I normally take them away once a year at least, and this year obviously I've decided to go skiing because it's a passion of mine, and I think that if you're going to do something, you might as well have fun doing it. And what I've done is just open it up to some other property investors, property developers, people who are interested in property, and give them an opportunity really to come out, hang out, have whether you're a good skier, beginner skier, it doesn't matter. We're going to spend 5 days on the ski slopes, drinking in the bars, eating food in the restaurants, and really just hanging out with like-minded people, multi-millionaires and big property developers and property investors. Opportunity really to really get to know other people in the property industry. And I'm pretty sure that trip, people will get to know their next business partner and then investor. And really for me, it's just an opportunity to really have fun whilst doing business, which I think life is all about.
Carl, some of the people you're connected to are quite amazing. Now you're amazing yourself, of course, but some of the people as well. So I don't want to name drop, but Brentford, you were at an event in Brentford a few weeks ago, and there was an ex-Rugby 7 Fiji coach. Have I got that right?
Yeah. Ben is a friend of mine, basically. So he's the coach of the Fiji Olympic national team. So sort of like world breaking, sort of like, the first team to ever win an Olympic gold medal. coming from Fiji. So that's Ben. He's one of my long-term friends. He's now working, I think, with the Wales rugby team as well. Now he's been in the England camps. Lots of just because I grew up in the sports world, I do have lots of contacts in the sporting world, the football world, rugby, and all those areas. And really, like I said, it's just really about building a network, building relationships over a period of time. And that's what, property investing and property developing is all about. If you want a long-lasting business in property, you have to have a good network, because you're always going to be, doing your next development, doing your next deal. You're always going to need more money. It's just a part of being in the property industry.
Carl, so let's just summarize these dates and how people can find out a bit more about the particular event in March.
Okay, so we're leaving Gatwick Airport on March the 9th. We're going over to Bansko, which is in Bulgaria. I'm very familiar with that area. I've been going out there for the last sort of 10 years now. I've got some apartments over there, so we're going to be staying in my apartments over there, and we're going to be coming back on Monday the 1st of March. So we're going to be leaving on the Thursday, in on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then getting the plane back on Monday, so you'll be back at your desk ready to work Monday evening. You can find out more about it at Carl Hutchings, CARL Hutchings, HUTCHINGS.com. Basically, I'll put up that page with all the skiing information, times we leave and stuff. And if you're interested, just leave your name and email address in the box, and either I'll give you a call or one of the guys in the office will be in contact and stuff and give you more information. But everybody's welcome, whether you ski or you don't ski. Everyone's welcome.
Look, I'd like to do a longer video with you, and I'm sure we will at some point this year. I'm sure you'll present or be on panel or somewhat at my events. As I say, so 2 key dates for you to know: my Property Development Summit, which is 28th of this month, and as Carl said, in early March for the skiing trip. I think you said March. What day does it begin? March
9th to the 13th. And you can find out more at carlhutchings.com.
Brilliant. I just want to say huge thanks to listeners. I know it's a really short video and we haven't really gone into depth, Carl, about what your plans are for this year. So maybe after my Property Development Summit, when I've got a bit more time to just take it easier, then maybe we can go through what your plans are for this year, maybe how some of my listeners can work with you in different ways. Is that potentially possible?
Yeah, of course, Brendan. I'm always happy to, have a chat with yourself and come and support you at any of your events. Like I said, even if I'm just in the audience, I enjoy being there. I get a lot out of the panel that you normally put on, and the people in the room. You always, you can always learn something new in property. That's for sure.
So huge thanks for you joining me, Carl. Huge thanks to our listeners as well. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Brendan. Cheers.
Thank you.